I want to start by asking Rajdeep, the charges about elections being rigged, the charges about Mallikarjun Kharge being the official choice or the unofficial choice, and Shashi Tharoor and his team complaining that it wasn't a level playing field. Net, we have a man who will now be the Congress president, who is the choice of the Gandhi family, and now has to run and rebuild the Congress party. If at the end of this process, Kharge, who is proven to be an ineffectual leader of the opposition in parliament, is going to be Congress president, is this really hence proved for all Congress critics?
Let's first look at what you said about, was this election rigged? I think that would be an overstatement. I think what it was, the moment Mr. Kharge was supported by the likes of Bhupinder Singh Hooda, Ashok Gehlot, Digvijay Singh, all of them coming for his nomination, it became very clear that he was effectively the unofficial official candidate of the Congress leadership at the center. But to be fair to the Gandhis, they stayed out of this election. What happened typically is that there are enough darbaris in Delhi who will push for a candidate whom they think is preferred by the family. I can tell you that Rahul Gandhi in particular said, I want to have nothing to do with this election. I will not support any candidate explicitly or implicitly. And importantly, there was an SMS put out from Madhusudan Mistri's office the day before the election saying, to all the delegates saying, make it very clear, please exercise your independent choice. The truth of the matter is that Mallikarjun Kharge, once he had that kind of widespread support in Delhi, that was going to go right down the line. It's happened in every Congress election in recent times, whenever there's been one. You can recall Sitaram Kesri taking on Sharad Pawar and Rajesh Pilot, both formidable at the time, and virtually demolishing them. And that's exactly what's happened here. Whoever gets the backing of what is perceived to be the center will win. Now, you call that rigged? I don't think so. I think what you can say...
But it's a fixed match. What else is rigged?
No,
an election which isn't equal, an election where you know who will end up the winner even before the first vote is cast, is a fixed election.
Because I think when you picked Mallikarjun...
They pretty much bullied Digvijay Singh into not contesting this election. He wanted to fight. They picked a man who they thought would be more loyal than Gehlot because Gehlot turned out to be untrustworthy. How else do you define a fixed election?
No, let's come therefore then to the second part of what you're saying. This belief that you needed a loyalist. There's no doubt about that. Whether it was looking for Ashok Gehlot, then Digvijay Singh, finally Mallikarjun Kharge. The way the Congress functions at the moment, these old networks, they want someone who is status quoist, who will be loyal, who is risk averse in a way, who will not be disruptive. And therefore you can very well argue, and I think that's justifiable, that Mallikarjun Kharge in charge means more of the same. The more things change, the more they remain the same. You will not see disruption or risk-taking. But Rahul, my point is a little different, which is the real elephant in the room is Rahul Gandhi. Let me say that I have been no fan of Rahul Gandhi's leadership style, which has been erratic at times, hugging and winking Narendra Modi in 2018, 2013, threatening, tearing an ordinance of his own government. But I will give Rahul Gandhi one credit. He has been remarkably consistent in pushing for democratizing the Congress. Right from his youth Congress days to today, that is one thing.
But
Rahul Gandhi,
so that's talk.
Therefore,
in the end, you have Kharge.
Sorry?
That is talk. In the end, you have Kharge. If, for example, someone like a Digvijay Singh who said, I want to be Congress president had a chance, or someone like a Shashi Tharoor who fought a tough battle would have ended up winner, that would have been a different matter. You want to democratize the Congress by picking a loyalist and making him in charge.
No, we can't choose who wins an election. I don't think Rahul Gandhi picked Kharge.
His mom did.
The fact therefore is, that's what I said, Rahul Gandhi, according to me, is the... I have said this before on your show, Rahul. I believe Rahul Gandhi, if he truly wants to democratize the Congress, he must take the risk of breaking and splitting the Congress and then forming the Congress.
No, but that's a rhetorical argument. Right now we have Kharge. Right now at the end of what you're calling a democratic process, the nation has Kharge in front of them as the new Congress president. That's hardly a democratic choice.
No, I think it is... let's be clear. The democratic choice of the Congress rank and file, like it or not, is Rahul Gandhi, who has decided to opt out of the race. That's why I said he's the elephant in the room, because he will continue to be the face, he will continue to be the person who will be seen as the last port of call for this party. I see Sonia Gandhi withdrawing.
That's like backseat driving. You don't want to drive the car because it's tough to drive the car. So you want to sit in the back seat and order the driver around. Now Kharge is your driver, you'll order him around.
No, I'm not going to use that terminology. I'm going to say
it's just a matter of speaking.
The concern is that there is power without accountability there.
Backseat driving.
I still maintain he's the elephant in the room. Till Rahul Gandhi decides what is his role in the Congress party, whether you have Mallikarjun Kharge or whether you had Shashi Tharoor, it wasn't going to dramatically transform the Congress party.
It would have. Shashi Tharoor was attracting a different kind of audience outside the Congress base.
Yes, but this
Kharge only attracts the Congress base, and that too the loyalists amongst the Congress base, not the young professionals who are attracted to a candidate like Tharoor.
Rahul, you make a very fine point. The point is this was an election for the Congress president. This was not an election to decide who is going to be my face for 2024.
This was an election to save a patient in ICU. You've come up with homeopathy. You needed chemotherapy and more.
I couldn't agree with you more that having Mallikarjun Kharge is not going to fix the real problem of the Congress, which is an organizational rebooting. That requires energy, that requires the kind of focus, that requires the kind of willingness to experiment, to take risks, which clearly Mr. Kharge is not.
That requires a driver who's on the wheels, not someone who's taking orders from the passenger at the back.
You see, therefore I said, I have said this for the third time on the show, the elephant in the room. What is, you see, you've got a Bharat Jodo Yatra where the entire energies of the Congress are at the moment. Wherever the Bharat Jodo Yatra is going, all the district units are focusing on that. And you've got this panel election going on. My point is, the election should have, one of the two has to be your primary goal. Either you decide, I'm going to organizationally reach out and rebuild my party, or I'm going to just have someone who's a non-Gandhi there. Both do not work.